in both halves. We weren't able to defend them from start to finish. I thought the second half is certainly not taking anything away from them because I thought they played really well. But I thought it's the worst basketball we've played all season. We had 13 turnovers, 6 in a 4 or 5 minute stretch. We were top 5 in the country at taking care of the ball before we came into the game. I'm very disappointed with that. I'm disappointed that defensively we weren't able to impose our will at any juncture at all during the game. I'm disappointed that during that 4 or 5 minute stretch I thought they played with more energy than we did. And that we just we got our butt kicked. I mean we were bad and they were really good. From my viewpoint, certainly I don't like to comment on other coaches' teams because he may have a different thought on it as he coaches his guys every day. But that's what it looked like from my perspective. Certainly in the second half, I thought it was a total 180. I thought it was them playing really well, and I thought it was us playing some really, really bad basketball. Questions? Yeah. Well, actually, we did. We prepared for both. Yeah. We prepared for both of those things like we do all, and we play zone ourselves, as you saw us play that today. So, they didn't do necessarily anything that we weren't prepared for, Bob, from the standpoint of man or zone. We played against man and zone all season long. We've played against all kinds of different zones all season long. We have no excuses. I mean, we did not play good enough, in particular in the second half. We cannot turn the ball over 13 times. Of the 6 turnovers during the 15-0 run, which was really the game, that 4 or 5 minutes, I remember 2 of them for sure being unforced. And it could be more. I'd have to watch the film. But, we contributed some to that for sure. I just did not think we played very well. I didn't think when we got popped and hit in the mouth there that we responded very well. We've got to get better at that. This team has to get better at that. Tracy Abrams is not coming back until next year. Okay, so that he's not out there. So we got to figure it out. I do think our guys are trying, but as I tell them in the movie Christmas Vacation, so do washing machines. They work hard. We've got to be better. We've got to respond to that better than what we are right now.
What makes you bring up Tracy there? What's on your mind?
Well, he's a bulldog guy. I mean, he's a guy that when adversity hits, he's going to fight you, and we need some more of that from our team. I did not like our response to adversity there in the early stages of that 15-0 run.
Talked about the second half of games before and losses where it gets away from you guys. Is this different this time?
Oh, sure, Shannon.
Yeah.
This wasn't even close. I mean, like before, we might defend a stretch of the game not very well, but, and I'll watch the film, but I would say we did not defend for a large stretch of the game very well, and they executed very well. I felt like they got what they wanted all night long. I thought their execution was tremendous.
The execution obviously was an issue with the turnovers. Was toughness an issue? And if so, is this the first time this season you might question that with your team?
No, I've questioned it once before. Certainly it was after our opening game of the year, but probably the first time since then, Marcus. But, really today I thought we were pretty good in the first half. I thought we really came to play. We were ready to play. I mean, we were ready to play. Guys knew the game plan. They were trying to execute it. But at the end of the day, in the second half, too many mistakes. Just too many mistakes. They capitalized on them. I thought they made plays, and we just did not play very well. Did not play. The thing where I thought we were a little soft was our response to getting hit. Because what ends up being a 15-0 run, I think if you're really tough, maybe it's a 8-0 run. I just did not like our response to that. I didn't think we just came together and got to the point where we, became tougher when that thing hit. I didn't feel that way during the game.
In the past, you always kind of scoff when we ask you how you expect the guys to respond. Do you know this team well enough to know what's going to be like on Wednesday night?
Well, I mean, obviously the way we played the first half, the way we came out, the way they practiced the last 2 days, that question was asked after Michigan, and they were terrific. They were great. I thought we prepared really well. I thought we practiced really well. I thought our guys were really focused. I thought we got off to a great start today. The second half was the difference in the game. You have to play 40 minutes, or at least close to it, a lot closer than what we're playing right now. I thought we played 25 against Kennesaw, 29 against Michigan, and 20 today. I don't know. I'd have to take a look at it. Ray's trying to play the right way. At the end of the day, Ray's got 20.7 rebounds, 4 assists, and he's been pretty consistent all year long, and he did it in an efficient way. 7 for 8. It's pretty efficient. I thought he did some good things. There's some things defensively that I'm sure he can clean up that we'll take a look at. But his consistency has pretty much been there, Bob, even in these first 2 Big Ten games. Thanks, guys.